Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie, and I'm coming at you with a check-in. How are you doing? How is your afternoon going? I actually just got done. We've got a handful of people doing the 60-hour keto reboot. So I'm coaching some people on this, although a lot of people have the purple box. So if you've been seeing people share about the reboot, I've got people doing this in a separate group, and then I've got some other people I'm coaching doing the intermittent fasting. So if you're doing the reboot with me, you've got the purple box, which I hope you do because you've got the protein instead of the broth. So we've got people doing reboots right now. So here's what I want to do. I want to check in with you, number one, just to see how your day is. And what I mean by that is, are you in control of your day, or has your day gotten out of control and you need to stop and take a breather and go, all right, I'm in control. I'm not going to let this day run me over. And so in general, how's your day? I also am going to ask you a question. I would like you to participate. What'd you have for lunch? So if you're rebooting, you had either a broth or a protein. If you're rebooting and you want to let us know how it's going, post reboot below. Actually, if you want to know about the reboot, we've got a 60-hour keto reboot that I'm coaching people on, and it's a resting their metabolism. It's like resting and resetting, right? So if you want to know more about the reboot, post reboot. If you're actually doing it, tell me how you're feeling. Otherwise, I want to know what you had for lunch. So I have a handful of people working on intermittent fasting. So we're working on not eating after dinner. Last night, going 16 hours till today, right? They're working on intermittent fasting. They're drinking their ketones. They're drinking their water. They're feeling amazing, and they got to eat. They didn't get to, yes, they got to, because they're working on their time frames of eating. So I want to know what you had for lunch because it gives other people ideas, right? And so what did you have? My kids, I had one kid have tuna fish. One kid had a low-carb pizza. One girl had some leftover cheeseburgers from yesterday, and I don't remember what the other daughter had. All the leftovers today. So our girls are having leftovers. I love leftovers. I am drinking some water. I just got done with CrossFit. If you've been following me, I hurt my back. I actually pinched a nerve. So today I decided that I was going to go to CrossFit, take it super easy. I actually feel really great. So I didn't do crazy amount of weights, but I just moved my body. I feel way better. Hey, if you don't listen to the morning lives, like if you don't listen to the replay, I would encourage you to go listen to the live that my husband and I did this morning. We like to do morning mindset lives. We're going through a book, but I had an incredible breakthrough with the book that we're going through and something that I have been working on for years. And it's me telling myself that I was going to stretch. I'm like, how many times have you said, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to pack my lunch. I'm going to, and that's me. I told myself, I should just show you the calendar that I made in January. There's a lot of goals that I set for myself and that I'm working towards, and I actually feel great. And then there was a sheet of paper that my husband gave to me a couple days ago, and on it was my fitness goals. And on it, I mapped out the entire year. And it said January through December. I had every single day. And I was going to go give myself a star, right? Every time I did it. And it was going to sit upstairs in my gym because I go to CrossFit. But what I wanted to do was really work on my pull-ups. So I told myself, I'm going to do 10 pull-ups a day. And I'm going to stretch because I need to stretch because it's good for me. And there was one more thing. Well, my husband handed me that piece of paper. And I had this many checked off. And it's March, almost April. And I looked at it and I wrote over January, February, and March, I wrote fail. And I was like, man, I do this all the time. Like, this is a goal of doing an unassisted pull-up And making myself stretch has been something that I have been talking about doing, I'm not kidding, at least 5 years. How many of you have set a goal every year and you're like, I'm gonna. I'm telling you, the book that we're going through in the mornings called The Power to Change, I've been watching my husband transform because of the conversation in this book, and it's about the who before the do. Well, I was laying on the floor last night. I was stretching because all of a sudden I had this light bulb moment go off of like, oh my goodness, I know why I haven't been sticking to that fitness goal of the pull-ups and the stretching, because I didn't tie the who to it. I was just telling myself. I was trying to create a habit, but it wasn't instilled in me because I actually didn't want it. It's not that I didn't want it. All I want to say is you should go watch the morning live this morning. I was so fired up, and I'm really excited because I finally was like, I get it. I have an injury. I had an injury. I'm healing. Out of this healing, I was like, I have to stretch. And it's not me just saying I have to stretch every night anymore just to start a new habit. I tied it to this pain that I have, but also realized who I want to become in the future requires me stretching, or I could be more injured and I don't want to deal with this as I age. Like, go listen to the live, because I've coached, even this morning, I've had some really incredible conversations with a lot of you. And one lady in particular, she's like, I need encouragement. I need to be inspired. I need to be motivated, right? The conversation went back and forth this morning. She's like, I need to get back on track. I said, awesome. What are your goals? Well, I need encouragement. I've done this. The amount of people that I hear this conversation, it's like I'm on a repetitive wheel. And it's not like, you want to know why? Because most of the time people go, well, I want to lose weight. So she's like, I want to lose weight. I'm like, great. Why? I want to be healthier. I just want to fit in my clothes. That's awesome. But why? Like, if you don't have more of a tie to this fat loss that you want, it's going to be the cycle over and over again. Hi, Mindy. You guys are sweet. Hi, Amy. I see all of you popping on. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Tell me below, what'd you have for lunch? Or if you're rebooting, stay focused. And so the conversation went like this. I said, what inspires you? We talked about what inspires her. Why do you want what you want? I said, what if you tied your fat loss to being a healthy grandma, so you can go play on the floor, you can pick your grandkids up, you can go walk at the zoo, like you can do all of these things. As soon as you tie the goal to who you're becoming or who you're wanting to be in the future, you will do that day in and day out because you have a who tied to it. Does this make sense? Go watch the live. Go watch the live from this morning. If you don't ever watch the morning lives, it's fine. Go watch today's live. Because if you keep finding yourself in this repetitive pattern, I would say to you, why do you want what you want? Okay, but really why? And what kind of person will you become when you achieve that? I will not. I'm not going to go into my elderly age and deal with tweaking muscles or pain. Like this pain in my back or like my sciatic nerve has been enough for me to go, absolutely not. I'm not saying that I won't, well, I'm going to speak it right now. I'm not going to pull a muscle in the future. But in general, if I can do what I can do what you can do. If I can do things like stretch and I'm being mindful about my diet and I'm going to the gym and I'm drinking my water, I know that I need to stretch because I'm super inflexible. And if I don't do it, I'm prone to pull more muscles and have more pain in the future. Right now it hurts. And it really hurts when I'm doing the stretching. But I am willing to go through that pain of really feeling like a failure at the moment because I'm so inflexible to get to the end of the year and go, I am so thankful. I know by the end of the year, I'll be more flexible. I'll have more movement in all of my joints and all of the things. Listen, this is super personal to me. You might be like, what's the big deal about stretching? It's a big deal. It's a big deal because as you age, two things you need to work on. Muscle, keeping your muscle, which ketones preserve your muscle, and keeping your flexibility so you're not walking around with a cane and you can move and be mobile. Like, I am not going to be in a chair. I will work on this. So anyways, it's something that I'm working towards, but I talked about it in the live this morning because I correlated it to why if you feel like you've gained the weight, lost the weight, gained the weight, lost the weight, watch the live, because I want it to turn your brain on to go, oh, the goal just can't be because I want to fit into a swimsuit. So get the Audible book called The Power to Change by Craig Groeschel. Read the book, listen to it. It's going to change your life. I think it's incredible. And I wanted to hop on here and just check in. How was your day? How are you doing? If you had to rate your day like A, B, C, D, F, like, have you eaten well? Did you go to the gym? How's your mindset? If you had to rate your day right now, would you give yourself an A through an F, like in school, right? Yeah, I will do a live on stretching, actually. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I'm learning. I am not a professional stretcher, and I don't really want to do a yoga class, but I'm doing the stretches that my husband tells me to do because he likes to do all those things. I might do some yoga-y stuff. I just don't love yoga, but I probably should do something like that. I'll do a live and we'll talk about it. Let me learn a little bit more. But rate your day, and I want you to know this. If you've given yourself a C or a D or an F, guess what? I've got some good news for you. Your grade, or where you're currently sitting right now, does not have to define the rest of your day, right? So your day right now will not define the rest of your day if you choose for it not to. Put a smile on your face, right? Say, I might not have made the best choices this morning, or maybe I slipped up, or maybe I yelled at my kids or whatever. I'm going to dominate the rest of my day, and I'm going to have the best afternoon, evening, because I'm going to choose to. I'm going to choose my attitude. I'm going to choose the best foods. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to go ground. You guys, if you've been watching some of my stories, I've been talking about grounding. That is another whole conversation, or earthing. Like, I watched an incredible documentary, mind blown. I don't know how I didn't know the power of that. We should talk just about that someday. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say grounding or earthing? Incredible. It seriously is amazing. All right, I've keeping you long enough. Tune in later. Ask any questions below. Let me know how your day's going. I didn't see anybody rating their day. A, B, C, D, F. I wonder why they skipped E. A, B, C, D, F. Anyways, I feel like my day is an A. Why? Got up this morning. I've been doing my DMOs of my life, daily method of operation. I feel great. I've been talking to so many of you. How was your day? Reach out with questions. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, and share what your lunch today. Oh, Karen has an A day. Go Karen. And also, and Ruth has an A day. I want you to share what you had for lunch. You know what? Is it Nympha? Nympha, your day can get better. Your D can be turned around. I see a lot of B's and A's. I love that. All right. Don't let your afternoon mindset, if it is amazing, ruin your day. That's all I have. Continue to tune in. If you're rebooting, stay focused. You've got this. You've got 60 hours. I'm here to coach you. If you're intermittent fasting, you're having a great next couple meals. If you want to know about rebooting and what our reboot kit has to offer, post fast or reboot in the comments. All right. I'm going to go. We'll talk to you soon.